An Indian student fakes being African American to get into his dream college. College is very important, especially if you're a senior right now and you already applied to your dream college. By now, you're probably crossing your fingers you're gonna get accepted. I actually have a friend who's maybe a quarter Spaniard and put Latino in his application to increase the chances of him actually getting to that college. But this is a very strange story. CNN News report covers this whole story about the Indian kid who faked being black to get into college. You're watching Reaction Time. We're gonna check this video out and then I'll explain some more background information on all of this. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
For the first time in Harvard University's history, the majority of students accepted into the incoming freshman class identify as non-white. 50.8% to be precise. But at the same time came news that the Department of Justice is investigating allegations the school is denying places to qualified Asian American students. VJ Jojo Chokolingam has a unique experience with this topic. An Indian American, he realized the only way that he would be accepted at med school would be to pass as black. He chronicled his experiences in his book, Almost Black, the true story of how I got into medical school by pretending to be black.
Okay, so as you guys can see, the guy on the right, he's actually an Indian American, but he's like second generation, and so he's entirely whitewashed. So he actually already got accepted into his college, but to get into med school, he did this whole scenario where he faked being black. And here is the photo. So on the left is how he normally looks like, and on the right is him pretending to be a black guy. Now, if any of you guys are really familiar with the current law, do you guys know if pretending to be a different race to get into a college is actually illegal? I have no idea. But if you do know, put it down in the comments below, or you can look it up to let everybody else know, because we're pretty clueless. But I mean, this guy's proud of it. He even wrote a book. So he actually applied as both Indian and black and saw which one actually got accepted. So the Indian American unfortunately got rejected from the college. He used his real name VJ, 3.1 college GPA, 31 MCAT score, and member of the South Asian Student Association. Now I want you guys to guess, did the African American version of him get accepted? Yes, he did. The African American applicant, he used the name Jojo, same exact credentials, 3.1 college GPA, 31 MCAT score, and member of the Organization of Black Students. So he actually pretended to be black while going to med school the whole time. Now imagine that. Imagine me pretending to be like Hispanic or something. No, I don't see it happening.
I shaved my head, I trimmed my eyelashes, and I decided to join the Organization of Black Students. I also used my middle name, Jojo. I subsequently interviewed at medical schools across the country and managed to get waitlisted at Washington University and the University of Pennsylvania, then ranked the second and the third and fourth best medical schools in the country, and got into St. Louis University School of Medicine, despite the fact that my pretty pitiful 3.1 GPA was dramatically lower than their average of 3.7. Now, I wanted to mention a statistic you mentioned earlier in the program, which is that the majority of Harvard is now a minority. And I don't think that's true. I think that's very deceptive, because I think you're forgetting about the Pocahontas factor. And that is that there's a large number of people who are whiter than winter in Alaska who pose as minorities based on flimsy reasons, and as a result it skews the statistics because they know that it can improve their chances of admission.
Do you think it's true that African Americans actually have an easier time getting into college? Because according to this guy, he had this whole spiel of being an African American just so he can get into college. I think a 3.1 is still good, but to get into these top end colleges, especially med school, you need a much higher GPA. Do you guys think it's fair or not? Leave it down in the comments below.
So, VJ, what you're saying is that you didn't just check a box. You went full on Tootsie, and there are others out there who may not adopt the personification of a particular group. But they're checking the same box in the same way. I'm an independent admissions consultant. And I have so many clients who, they have an African-American great-great-grandfather, their great-great-grandmother was Hispanic or something like that. And for very flimsy reasons, they call themselves minority because they know it's going to improve their chances of admissions. And I want to put on the screen a pie chart.
Here's the pie chart of the population of Harvard and the background ethnicities for each minority. We got 1.9% Native American, 11% Latino, 14% 14% African American, 22% Asian American, and then about half are white. Oh, don't forget the 0.5% Native Hawaiian. Can't forget that. But would you guys ever go that extreme? Would you ever fake being someone you're not to try to get into the college of your dreams? I mean, I think a lot of people do it right now. Like I said, I had a friend who kind of played the system. Do you think it's justified? Do you think it's fair? Is it morally right to do so? I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, I think this is pretty crazy. To be honest, he looked pretty unbelievably, realistically African American. Did I just say unbelievably realistically? You are so dumb. He actually looked pretty accurate. Like, I thought he looked pretty African American to me. If he didn't say that he was actually Native Indian, it would be pretty hard to tell.
How many Asians are too many Asians for the Harvard incoming class? Should there be any limit whatsoever? What if on the merits, if you go by GPA and SAT score, you could fill the entire class at Harvard with Asian Americans? Should they do so?
First of all, there's the multifactorial admissions process. There are 9 criteria, including grades, test scores, letters of recommendation, essays. So I'm not saying that grades and test scores should be the only consideration. The second thing is data can easily be manipulated.
Alright guys, if you guys want to finish the video, it's going to be the first link in the description. It'll have the full video. This guy is something very unique. I think he both did it sort of as like an experiment to see what would happen, and also because he really wants to get into that med school. But I do not recommend you guys do this. I don't think it's morally right unless you really feel at a disadvantage. But that's pretty much going to wrap up the video. I'm still a little shocked that he was accepted and he basically tricked the whole system. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out the second channel if you haven't already. It's free time. Me and my friends do some crazy stuff in our free time. And then subscribe to Reaction Time if you haven't already. There's more videos on the sides here. If you have any other video suggestions, suggest it at reactiontimevideos@gmail.com. This was a very interesting one. I love looking at stuff like this. But I'll see you guys next time. Hope you have a good one. Good luck. Hopefully you get to the college of your dreams, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.